Hello, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is going to be your reading for the end of May. I apologize for the delayed video. I have been in the process of moving, like I said, I think a couple days back, maybe a week ago. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for your patience and thank you guys for all of your comments, your likes and shares and subscribes. Really means the world to me, and I love that I can connect with you all positively. I hope that made sense. I am like all caffeinated up right now. I've had like so many coffees today. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump right into the reading. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, so right off the bat, you guys are dealing with wish fulfillment. You guys are working towards your 10 of Pence. I get a strong Sagittarian presence in this reading. You guys are, if some of you guys have been in the process of like working really hard and you guys have like gained more abundance in your life, I feel that there's an energy here that you might want to be a little bit cautious of, just being a little bit too material. It's not in a bad way. It's just like I feel like you've worked really hard to get like the money that you've come into, and with that money, like you just want to be careful not to be greedy. I know that's a really strong word to use, but just try and be aware of like where you put your money. Moving forward, there is a sense that you are dealing with a soulmate union here, but they haven't really shown up on the board yet. You guys are really working towards wish fulfillment, a stable, happy home life, but you guys are like mainly focusing on it for yourself. I do see the desire for like another person to come in. There could be another person already in the mix, but primarily like your focus is on yourself, which isn't a bad thing. Maybe you guys went through a period of time where you had to be focused on yourself. Yeah, you guys went through a lot. Wow. Here we go. I'll flip the cards around in a second. Okay. I see what this is. Alright. I see what this is. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I really get the sense that you guys completed, you guys put an end to a cycle that you recently have been going through, where maybe you guys had to be a little bit selfish. Like maybe you guys had to be healthy selfish for a little bit of time to like get your pence up, you know, to like make money and like set healthy boundaries for yourself so that you could become stable. I really feel you guys exiting that type of an energy. I feel like that has come to an end. Whatever, you have 2 10s on the board and then you have 2 7s on the board. So 1010 and 77 might be a message for somebody. Or like 1010 might be a message for somebody. You guys might be seeing 1010 a lot. You guys might be seeing 777 a lot. This is talking about whatever you've invested time into, like, required a lot of strength. Like, a lot of strength. Like, you were, like, facing the beast when you guys were encountering this energy. Like, you guys invested in something that really took a lot out of you and really tested, like, your ability to, like, face your fears. But I feel a sense of, like, it was guided. Like, you had to go through that in order for you to, like, receive the abundance of options that, like, the universe is trying to give you. And I also get the sense, again, of the ending of an energy of being, I don't want to use the word selfish, but, like, selfish is really the only way that I can describe it, where it's like you're not focusing on anything else except for your own well-being. And honestly, sometimes that's a good thing, especially if you're the type of person who gives everything to other people. Like, you might have had to go through a period of time where you had to be selfish, and that's okay, because, you know, you had to learn healthy selfishness and how to set healthy boundaries, and I really feel that you did that, and you did it very successfully. I also get the sense that you guys were working towards being stable for a very long time. I also get the sense of mental health with this, even though it's the Ten of Pentacles. I really feel a sense of mental health stability here. You guys might have gone through a shadow period where it caused you to really do a lot of self-reflection, and you guys came out on top, like, with the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you closed out a cycle and you learned how to, like, love yourself enough to, like, allow yourself to enjoy the Ten of Pentacles type of energy. And that's, like, overall abundance with, like, everything, like home life, family, friends, the dog in the yard. Like, you've closed out a cycle and you've achieved that by working really hard at what it is that you're working towards. I do get the sense that there is another person in the mix, but I don't think that they're, like, as much of a priority. And I don't mean that in, like, a negative way. Like, I mean that, again, in, like, a very healthy, selfish way. Because here you have the Ace of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. And the Ace of Cups can talk a lot about self-love. So you might have had to go through a period of time where you really had to learn how to find that. And I really feel like you found it. Like, you went through a very, very long period of time where you had to find self-love. And you might have consistently dated people who were, like, not the best person for you to be with. Like, they could have, like, you could have been dating the same type of people over and over and over again, and, like, you're constantly, like, making an effort to, like, for it to be a different person, but then, like, when you get to know that person, you realize it's the same thing that you've been dealing with for, like, the last, like, 8 to 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like one of those scenarios where it's like no matter who comes into your path when it comes to dating, like, the same scenario always happens. And, like, you've identified that cycle, and then you closed out that cycle, and it required you to face a lot of your fears, and you did it very successfully. You really did. And now the universe is, like, giving you, like, all of these options. And I feel the sense of you already picking one. Like, I really get the sense that there's there's already somebody in the picture, and you've already picked, like, the person. But it's like it's like you've told them, it's like you've picked this person, and you're like, okay, hold on, I gotta wrap this up. Like, I gotta wrap this up with myself before I fully, like, dive into this head first. Like, I hope that lands. Like, it's like an urgency to it where it's like, I know I want to be with this person, but I have to get my shit together before I can. It's kind of one of those situations. Wow. Okay, that's your advice. You might have gone through a period of time where you were in an illusion period. Hang on, let me move these cards around so that you can see how I'm looking at them. Okay. You had the Knight of Fire, 10 of Earth, 7 of Fire. You have 3 10s on the board. 10, 10, 10. You have 3 7s on the board. 7, 7, 7. Okay? That is a massive, huge message for somebody. 10, 10, 10, 7, 7, 7. That is a massive message for somebody. The Knight of Fire is, this is asking you to be passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. This is like a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Like, time is of the essence. Thinking things carefully. Like, you need to, like I said, like, I get the urgency of this, where it's like, you know that, like, that time's running out. Like, you know that you need to tell this person, or you know that you need to wrap this cycle up, because you know it's time. Like, you know that it's time to have a happy home life. Like, you know that it's time to move into your abundance. Like, you know that it's time for you to step into financial security. It's time for you to find the magic in life again. Like, you need, like, really what I'm getting is just the sense that, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. That's why I'm pausing, because I'm like, is this gonna come out? I just get the sense that, like, whatever you went through to close out this cycle right here, with this, like, whatever you had to go through that had to end for you to, like, find that self-love, like, it almost took a lot out of you, like, to the point of where, like, you might just, like, lack a lot of, like, passion, honestly. Like, it feels like a lack of, like, not a lack, but, like, emotional exhaustion is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so it's emotional exhaustion that I feel coming out here. Like, I really feel a sense of, like, needing to take time out, needing to communicate, needing to rest, get sleep. Like, a lot of change is coming towards you. You have 3 10s and 3 7s on the board. Like, that's ridiculous. That is insane. Not ridiculous in a bad way, but obviously, like, ridiculous as in, like, this is awesome, because I can't imagine it being a bad thing, you know? Like, you've been going through this process. I don't think you're you're fearing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you faced your fears. And this is, the 7 of Fire is talking about defending your beliefs and standing up for what you believe in. Like, this is talking about, like, honoring yourself, standing up for you, like, being able to find a balance between self-care, self-love, nurturing the environment that you're in, nurturing the other person that you're with, family life, work life. Like, this is finding a balance between all of that, and then still being able to be yourself, still defending who you are, even when faced with conflict. Especially with this sitting over the Strength card, like, you're going to be met with conflict most of your life, no matter where you're at. And you have to have the inner strength to really get through that. And I really get the sense that you do have the inner strength to do that. It's just whatever you just went through, like, completely wiped you out. And, like, you need to just keep going, like, keep that going, because you're at your 10. You have 3 10s, 3 7s, and if I'm not mistaken, I think 7s have to do with life path. I would look that up. This is crazy. Yeah, you're gonna need to rest, because whatever you're about to go through, if you're not already going through it, like, there's something on the cusp of, like, it's like one final battle or something like that. It's like you got to go through one more thing in order to, like, get to where it is that you need to be. But I almost feel like you've been putting in this inner work like no tomorrow. Like, you've just been putting in inner work, and you don't even know that you're putting in inner work. It's like you fall asleep at night and, like, you astral project and you go talk to, like, your spiritual counsel, and you're like, help me do this. Like, there's something like that where you're, like, you're communicating with, like, really intense, not intense in a bad way, but, like, you're communicating with very powerful, you're just getting very powerful downloads, is what I'm trying to say. Is you're getting very, very powerful downloads at this time because of the ending of something. And the ending wasn't something bad. I feel the ending was something that needed to come to an end because it's like an overindulgence of sorts. You could have had maybe a drinking problem. You could have had like an overindulging problem. Like maybe you just like you're like it's kind of hard to pinpoint because it's like I really get the sense of alcohol because like I'm smelling vodka. Maybe you drank a little bit too much and it kind of made your ability, like your thought process, it kind of maybe blurred it a little bit, so it kind of like put you in a delay. And then once you like realized what was going on, you were like, oh shit, time is ticking, like I don't want to lose this opportunity. I have so many really amazing options. I've already made my choice and I didn't even realize it, and here I am. I need to like stand up for myself and defend it and keep working hard. It's like one of those scenarios. But I really get the sense that like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like I don't think you guys are in your own energy right now. I really don't. I don't think you're in your own energy. I think that you're like I think you're in water energy, honestly. I think that you are in water energy, or because I keep wanting to say Pisces and I don't know why, but I keep wanting to say Pisces, and this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And like in the video I just did for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I said in that video, like, I think that all of these videos are connected. So I would definitely go check out any other element that's in a prominent placement in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Like, honestly, like, we all have every aspect in our chart anyway. So it probably wouldn't be a bad thing to watch them. But there might be something in there for you in those videos. There might be a message for you in this. Because it's like all the videos that I just read are like leading up to this. And it's like, well, what is, like, I'm confused. I'm not confused, but like, this was an intense day for readings. That's all I have to say. It was a very intense day for readings. I think that is, that song that I was just humming is from The Wizard of Oz, and I think that might be Over the Rainbow. Yeah, that might be a message for one of you guys too. Whoa, that was a chunk of cards. All right. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So yeah, whatever you just had to face to get through, like whatever you're about to face, if you haven't already faced it, like whatever you went through to end this with this Ten of Swords, like you have to learn, or vice versa, or the other person that you're dealing with has to learn. I gotta stop talking like that. It's acknowledging that holding resentment and any type of negative emotion is going to cause disharmony within your body. Like, you're not going to be able to be open to the gifts that the universe has for you if you're holding on to these blockages. I am learning that worry does not change an outcome. So really letting go of that worry and just allowing the universe to work in your favor. And I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So I really get a feeling that whatever you had to go through in order to get to the place that you're in now, or vice versa, whatever the person that you're dealing with had to go through in order to get to this position, like there was a great deal of loss. Like maybe they had to like lose their friends, their environment, their home, like maybe they had to move. Like there's something that's like an uproot of their entire life, and they're like learning how to find comfort within themselves instead of finding comfort within places. Like it's almost like somebody lived in one house their entire life and then something happened and then they had to leave and they're like, I don't have a home now. Well, that's not true, because your home is within you. Your home is where you make it. I'm pretty sure it's a Joe Dirt reference. But yeah, I really also feel like this is for you too, imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So maybe connecting into that inner child part, like connecting into what you liked, what you liked doing when you were a kid. Maybe you like to draw or paint or write music or make music, or maybe you like to cook. Like, whatever it is, like, use your imagination to get into a creative aspect of your mind instead of worrying and like thinking about all the negatives. Like, think about the positive. Think about things through a child's perspective, you know? Like, look at the world through a child's eyes, and believe me, like, you'll be blown away. You'll be blown away at how far we stray from that perspective of looking at things through a child's eyes. Yeah, this is massive. Like, this is crazy. Like, 3 10s and 3 7s. That is insane. I would look that up. If you resonate with this, I would look those numbers up, honestly. But thank you guys for having patience with me, and thank you guys for supporting the channel and for the likes, shares, and subscribes. It really means the world to me. I really appreciate everything, and I'm so glad that I can do these for everybody, and I hope it resonates, and if not, so be it. There are plenty of other people out there who do an amazing, phenomenal job at what they do, especially on YouTube. Like, the readers out here are amazing. But yeah, thank you so much again, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.